Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Stanley, and I'm a freshman here at the University of Arkansas at Monticello. I would like to begin by listing 3 interesting facts about myself, which include that I play softball here at UAM, the story of how I injured myself, and that my mom has been my math teacher for the last 2 years. This summer, I made the decision to commit to the Lady Cotton Blossoms, and at first, I wasn't quite sure that it was the right decision. I've been playing softball since I was 3, and my passion really began for it when I was in the 5th grade. I started playing on a travel team that summer, and playing on a different level was definitely a very rewarding experience for me. And since that summer, I've had a lot of opportunities to play at camps and showcases, which is actually where I met Coach Lim, the softball coach here. And at first, I wasn't sure I wanted to go to UAM, but when I decided that I did, I still wasn't sure that I wanted to play softball. However, when the coronavirus pandemic hit, and I didn't have softball anymore, or a graduation, or prom, or senior skip day, or any of the things that seniors are really entitled to, I knew that I was going to miss softball. So I finally decided to accept Coach Lim's offer to play for the Cotton Blossoms. And while I dread the 5 a.m. workouts and practices on Saturday morning, my body being constantly sore, I'm very thankful for the relationships and the progress that I've made as a player. Another interesting fact about myself is that in middle school, I actually broke my hip. So in 7th grade, I went to a summer camp at UAM, and I went with my best friend named Anna. The camp had a lot of activities going on in the afternoon and at night, and one night they had a bouncy house obstacle course, and my friend Anna was telling everyone that she could beat me and how she was faster than me and all this stuff. So I knew that I had to beat her because I'm extremely competitive. And the first thing you had to do in the obstacle course was dive through this hole. And whenever I dove, I felt something in my hip pop, but I obviously couldn't stop because I had to win. And so whenever I finished the course and got off the bouncy house, I had a lot of adrenaline going, but something definitely was hurting. So I sat down and told the counselor, and they called my parents and I called my parents. And we did that for 2 hours before my parents actually ended up picking up the phone. And when I told them what happened, they came and picked me up and took me to the ER where I had x-rays done and an MRI, and the doctor told me that I had an avulsion break, which is when the muscle pulls the bone off and stop. And I ended up actually being on crutches for 6 months that summer, so it was extremely boring for me, but it was okay. The last interesting fact about myself is that my mom was my pre-calculus and AP calculus teacher. So I'm actually from Monticello, and I went to Monticello High School where my mom teaches. And when I was making my schedule for my junior year, I knew that I wanted to take pre-calculus, but I requested not to have my mom as a teacher, and she actually requested to have me as a student. So I ended up taking her class where we argued a lot, but it was funny for everyone else, so it wasn't that bad. And then again, my senior year, my mom made me take AP Calculus, and she's the only teacher for that course, so I had to have her again, and the same thing happened. But something funny that happened was whenever the pandemic hit, our school told all the seniors that whatever standing grade we had in the class at the moment was actually going to be our final grade. And I made a 39% on my last calculus test in her class. So I was extremely worried for my grade, but I ended up having an A in there somehow. So it was fine. We may have fought a lot, but I am very thankful to have had her as a teacher because she prepared me for college very well. So thank you all for listening, and I hope you all learned a little bit about me.